Hello everyone, it's Crystal Rose Insights here to do a Divine Masculine reading. We're going to do a special type of reading today, a little bit different than how I normally do them, but this is how I was guided today to do this reading. I feel like probably because we are in the new moon energies, and so there's some new and interesting messages coming through already. So we're going to do it a little bit differently, but I always like that because Spirit guides the way these readings go. So before we get started, I want to say a huge welcome to each and every one of you, and a huge thank you and just appreciation to all of you that are here, that are liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Those of you that are my clients that get regular readings with me, those of you who are brand new that I've just recently met, each and every one of you truly inspires me. And I really want to say a huge thank you, and just send appreciation to those of you that comment on my channel, because it's my intention that this is a very positive and supporting space, and you guys are really making this energy of this channel be that for others, be a place of support and empowerment. So you guys are all part of that, and I just want to acknowledge you. And even if I can't respond to every comment, I do read them and I do see them, and I just appreciate you guys, and you guys are really holding the space to this be a beautiful channel. So real quick too, if you want to order a private reading from me or a live guidance session or an energy session, all the information is in the description box below. And I have implemented a new scheduling software, and once you send in payment and all of that, that reserves your place in line. So my current turnarounds are listed down below if for priority readings and standard readings. And just know that once you send that in, that's when you get your place in line. And then you have a little bit of time to be able to send me your details, your information, your background, and your questions. You can certainly do it all at the exact same time, but ideally, you know, about a day after you send it in, you send in the payment, I'd like to get the emails, because if I actually have some space, I want to be able to do your reading sooner than later, because sometimes I get big floods of that reading, sometimes I get a little bit more time, so if I can turn them around faster for you, I will. So with that, we're going to take a look at Divine Masculine, see what's going on. And these readings are intended to be timeless. So even though I'm recording this now and we're in the new moon energies, ultimately whenever you see this message, or you're guided to watch this video, or the message is resonating for you, it is the perfect time for you to be seeing it. It doesn't matter when I recorded it or what time of year it was or anything. That's how Spirit works. They bring you the accurate and clear message when it's the right time in the way that it's meant. So with that, red calcite here to support Divine Masculine today. This is a stone of strength. This is a stone of groundedness. This is a stone of passion. And what I love about this particular red calcite is, look at it, it's mostly clear around it. It's like, I don't know, I'm just so drawn to this stone, because a lot of red calcites look kind of reddish and sort of rusty colored, and this one has so much clarity to it. Anyway, I love it. If you want to look up the metaphysical properties of red calcite, you'll likely get some additional messages as to why it's here supporting Divine Masculine. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So first we're going to take a look at what the Divine Masculine, we're going to take a look at what he's currently thinking about, what's on his mind. We're going to take a look at what emotions are coming up, as well as what is currently he's manifesting, a new beginning, a fresh, clean slate, what's going on, and how this all works. So, you know, this particular new moon is, he's in this energy of introspection. You know, he's really thinking about things. The new moons give you time to go kind of within, think about, because the new moon is where there's no moon showing, right? So it's a time to go inward. So first we're going to see what the Divine Masculine is actually currently contemplating and thinking about. Okay, so we get the Eight of Pentacles, and we get the World, and we get the Eight of Cups. So 2 8s, beautiful. So right away, what I'm getting from this, especially surrounded by these 2 8s with the World in between, it feels like the Divine Masculine here that I'm tuning into, Divine Masculine Collective. They're in this place where they're still learning. They're honing their craft. They're learning their skills either in the physical plane in their careers, but also just in life. They're in this learning energy. They're really at this place where they're feeling like they know they're learning something new. They know their life is expanding, because what this world here is, they want everything in balance. They want to have the career, the love, the happiness, the joy, everything at their in balance in their life. You know, they may have been extra focused in one area of their lives until now, but it feels like Divine Masculine is opening up to truly having it all. Knowing that, you know, life is more than just one thing or two things. Life is about everything being in balance. And this is what he's currently learning right now. And part of that is where he's looking for something more meaningful, right? Some Divine Masculines could be walking away from a situation with this Eight of Cups, leaving a situation. This can be a relationship. This could be a work situation. It could just be this energy of seeking something more than what he currently has, something that has more depth and more meaning. And so it's like he's learned that there's more to life, and that this is the time that it's like about time to expand his horizons, it feels like. Okay, so interesting right off the bat already here. So let's see what's going on. So new moons can be sort of, again, introspection, but especially with this new moon being in Cancer, a water sign, this is a very highly emotional time. Okay, so there's a lot of things coming up right now to be let go of, to be released, to be cleared and healed. We're getting a lot of purging happening right now in the collective. A lot of, you know, the stuff we thought we had cleared through is now coming up again, and some of us are like, gosh, I thought I worked through that, and then bam, it hits us in the face again. So let's see what emotions are coming up for the Divine Masculine at this time. What's coming up to be healed? What's coming up to be seen and felt? Like, what is he facing emotionally right now? What are the themes coming up? We're getting Page of Cups. We're getting the Three of Wands. And we're getting Temperance. All right, interesting. So, you know, the immediately what I'm drawn to is this Page of Cups. So it's like, and it's interesting, it's right under the Eight of Pentacles. I was being drawn to it being right under the Eight of Pentacles. So the pages are communication about love. It can be some news around a relationship, a news around some communication around emotions. And so there could be something here where he's kind of revisiting how he has shown up in relationships before, how he's communicated, how he's not communicated. It could be that there's some communication coming in from a past relationship for some of you guys that is just coming in, and maybe it's, hey, checking in, how are you doing? I don't know. There's some, again, this is a general reading, so there are several messages coming through, but it also can indicate it's almost so the pages are the rookie energy. I always equate them. It's almost like the awkward teenager asking somebody out. You know, it's like you're not really good at it. You're not really comfortable. You're not experienced in it. And so it feels like what he's learning here is, again, in his thought process too, it feels like he's learning a new way of loving. Okay? And he's coming up realizing how in the past his love relationships may have been his past relationships may have been what he thought love was about, but he's opening up and learning more about what true love is, what true partnership is, what true communication and openness and open-heartedness really means. There is this shift in the collective, and I've seen it in my readings with my clients very clearly recently here. It's like, you know, you thought you knew what love was, or you had this definition and it didn't quite resonate, and now you've outgrown that definition of love and you're in a new place. So feels like this is what's coming up. But he is, in his heart, he is feeling abundant. He is seeing the vision. He is again, he's seeing the vision of the world. It's funny, these are all relating to each other. It's amazing how Spirit does this, but the world is he sees the vision of the world. This is why, I mean, this already just came through, so it's just confirmation of what I said, even just with these cards, that messages that Spirit gave me. But he is seeing the abundance. He has the vision. He's excited. He's looking ahead. He's feeling abundant. And it's interesting that these are matching up, because this is feeling like they're all relating to each other. So it's not as much like old stuff coming in. This does feel a little bit more like how he's feeling about what he's thinking, and what's resonating in the heart space from what's going on in his head space. So again, this is how Spirit just makes the reading how it's supposed to be. And so the Temperance card, interesting, he's integrating spiritual lessons. He's taking a little time. He's exhibiting patience. And to me, this feels a lot of the integration of the lessons. So he's integrating this new understanding. He realizes that he's expanding his vision, and it's causing him to take a little bit of time to let things settle in. And so it could also be that he is struggling a little bit with impatience as well. For some of you, it could be that there's just this energy of wanting to have the world all ready, but knowing that there's still a little bit more to do. Right? It's like, okay, I know I want this, but I still have these things in between me having that. Whether it's changing something in their lives, leaving a situation, healing a situation, taking action. It does feel like, because if he's ready to move on from something, he could be feeling impatient to try to either move on or try to move on to the rest of his life. But there is a natural process that has to happen to integrate these lessons of moving on, and what's caused you to move on, what caused you to go to that situation in the first place, and what is also calling you into the future. Okay. So I want to take a look at now about what is Divine Masculine currently in the process of manifesting. What is this new beginning? What is he manifesting? Tell us about what is this collective group, this energy of Divine Masculine in the process of manifesting. What is this new beginning, fresh start? Let's see what they have to say. You get the Authority card, Conflict and Defeat, and then we're getting the Shadow. Of course, the moon, the new moon, is illuminating this for him. That's not a surprise at all. Isn't that funny? This week, the moon card has come up so often in my readings that there's something, this new moon is important. Let's just say that. It has been showing up in a lot of these readings. So he's in the process of manifesting and stepping into his full Divine Masculine energy. You know, really stepping into being able to be that Divine Masculine, not being as much on his way to being the full embodied Divine Masculine, but actually embodying him more and more. Because this is the Emperor. The Emperor is Divine Masculine. He leads with, he's decisive, he's objective, he's not super emotional, but he is very stable and very accomplished. And so this apprentice energy and wanting the world and moving away from something is allowing this group of Divine Masculines to really step into their full Divine Masculineness, to being able to be not just in the three-dimensional world, but in the higher dimensions, coming from a higher energy, a higher consciousness. And we're also getting here the Five of Swords, which is conflict and defeat in this particular deck. So this is likely some of the conflict it's causing some, it's an energy of change, right? It's an energy, the fives are about change, but this is obviously a changing energy. You know, he's learning, he wants this, and he's moving on into something. And so that moving on is manifesting some sort of conflict in him. How do I move on? What do I do? And it is also bringing up some fears, obviously, with the moon and facing the you know, it's interesting, this is the shadow. I'm just getting drawn to, we all have the shadow side. We all have these things that maybe we're not always aware of, but they get illuminated now, right? This is what this introspection time is about with the new moon. All of a sudden, some of these things, especially being in Cancer, being extra emotional, we're facing, the divine masculine is currently facing and like seeing sides of himself that he wants to either learn to accept or have an awareness around that perhaps he didn't have before. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull one romance angel card now. Because what's a divine masculine reading without the romance angel cards, right? Okay, flirt. All right, so some of the divine masculines here may be feeling a little flirty, wanting to feel lightheaded. If he's feeling any sort of conflict and moving on energy, even though it's the right thing, they want the divine masculine to really have fun and be lighthearted. You know, flirt doesn't necessarily mean that you have to flirt with someone you're attracted to or want to be in a relationship with, although it certainly can. This card really indicates that fun, flirty energy, being lighthearted, not being too serious right now, because we are getting some serious energies here in terms of just spiritually serious energies. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas here out of 9 cards. So the energies can be pretty big, but it is about remembering to maintain your fun, have some fun, and bring this energy out, because bringing the energy out can bring out some of the fun in divine masculine, and from a very lighthearted way, from a very heart-centered way. Okay, literally just having fun, very light, nothing heavy, nothing like super sexual. It's really just a lighthearted energy. All right, interesting for the divine masculines. So what we're going to look at in the extended reading over on Vimeo, we are going to take this reading and build on it. We're going to take a look at what are the action steps this divine masculine needs to focus on. What are the outcomes of these action steps? What is he thinking and feeling about his divine feminine right now? Because this is generally what he's facing, but let's see what we're going to see what he's specifically thinking and feeling about his divine feminine over there. We're going to see what energies are currently supporting him, and also what he's being challenged with, a little bit more detail, and we're also going to get into some advice over there. So if this reading's resonated for you and you want to get more in depth, please do go check it out. I will put the link to the video down below. And if not, I hope you guys have a beautiful new moon. Make sure you set your intentions and really be specific about them, because the energies are really supportive. And in the meantime, until next time, I send you so much love. Bye.